navigating reality, beauty, love, and truth. So let me know if you can hear this message, and so I can continue our discussion here. Okay, so let me know. I'm waiting for you to let me know that you can see me and hear me, and we're all set. Okay, I think I can see you now responding. So thank you very much. I think we're ready to go. Just let me know if you can hear me clearly, see me clearly, and everything is all kosher. I think it is. So let's start and continue with our discussion, which is anatomy of experience, basically. And today we are going to address the fourth center of awareness, okay? The fourth center of awareness. And this is everything to do with our connection, emotional connection to what we call reality. Everything to do with our emotional connection to what we call reality. Okay. So I'm not going to go into the previous discussions we've had because there is a sequence to all these, and I would suggest that you check out the previous videos if you want to follow the logic that we're continuing here. So once again, the centers of awareness are usually referred to as chakras. And chakra is a wheel of awareness. And the wheel of awareness shows everything from what we call modes of knowing to that which is known and that which knows. So every experience has those three components. That which is known, we are now calling tattva. Tattva, the essence of that which is known. The essence of that which is known. So in the fourth center of awareness, the essence of that which is known, is referred to as air. Air. That which is known is referred to as air. The sensation when we experience air. So when you experience breath, you're experiencing air. When you're experiencing a beautiful summer breeze, you're experiencing air. When you experience sensations in your body, that experience of sensation is subtle knowing of experience. So the mode of knowing, this element, this air, this tattva, which is the lightest, in a sense, one of the lightest elements, this tattva, of course, air is heavier than space, but one of the lightest elements that we can experience as a sensation is air. And we also feel this sensation when there's a breeze, or when there is tension, or when there is relaxation, but we also feel the sensation when we experience breath. And we also experience this sensation when we are aware of any sensations in our body. So the tattva, the known, is sensation. Simple. Sensation. The mode of knowing is sensing. The mode of knowing is sensing. And how do we sense? Through feeling. Therefore, this particular chakra, center of awareness, the fourth center of awareness, is accessed through sensing and feeling. The Jnanendra is sensing and feeling. And that Gyanendra is usually translated as the sensation that we call touch. Touch. This is the sensation of touch. But feeling the breath is a sensation of touch. Feeling sensations in the body is a form of touching. Now, if you really think about this, though, so the mode of knowing is sensation, touch. If by touch we mean sensing texture, okay, sensing sensation. That is the mode of knowing, Gyanendra, the sense of knowing. Now, but when we examine some of the other senses, so when we look at some senses like seeing, for example, seeing is a form of touching too, right? Because photons are touching your retina. When you hear a sound, vibration of the atmosphere is touching the tympanic membrane. When you taste a strawberry, receptors here are touching chemicals that give you the experience of taste. When you're smelling something, receptors in your nose are basically also touching. In a way, they are touching the chemicals that give you that experience of fragrance. So in a sense, all our other senses are very subtle forms of touch. But today we are saying that both perceptual experience of sensation, this is perceptual experience of sensation, perceptual experience of sensation when you touch something, but also experience of sensation from within, experience of sensation of the breath, and all other sensations, which we call perceptions, are subtle forms of touching, sensing, through this Gyanendra. Okay. Tattva, air, Indra, the mode of knowing. Tattva is that which is known. Okay, the theme, and the motif, the story, the framework, the context, the meaning. That's Tattva. And the mode of knowing, Gyanendra, is, let's say, subtle and gross touch. And it includes all sensations, all forms of sensations, internal and external. The color of this fourth center of awareness is green. I wore green today for you. And the location is the heart. It's frequently referred to as the Anahata chakra. Anahata means indestructible. It means that which cannot be broken. It means invincible, amongst other things. That's the meaning of the Anahata chakra. Color green, 12 petals to the thing. You can look up the what we call the visual expression of that, the fourth chakra, the heart chakra, on the internet, and or you can create your own mandala, a green circle, 12 petals, whatever, or any other visual aid if you want to this fourth chakra. So that would be our anchor visually. Okay, remember, mantra, tantra, yantra. So yantra is the Anahata chakra. Mantra for this one is yam, 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 Y-A-M. Color is green. What are the asanas, the yoga postures associated with this? Anything that expands our experience of heart. So when you open your hands, by the way, this would be one of the mudras for it. The mudra would be place your right hand over your heart your left hand over the right hand, and just visualize the green color right in your heart. And this mantra, of course, is yum, yum, yum. So mantra, tantra, yantra, and also the color. And there are other yogic postures that actually anchor this particular chakra. And one of them is Chandra Namaskar. So you're familiar with Surya Namaskar, sun salutation, and moon salutation is looking up like this. So Chandra Namaskar, chest lifting, backward bends, upward dog, anything that opens the heart, expands the awareness of the heart chakra. What are the motifs? What are the associations of this chakra? The associations that create the framework for the stories that navigate reality through the experience of love and empathy and knowingness and kindness. So when we speak of the heart in the West, people only speak of the physical heart, which is pumping blood. But there's the emotional heart, and we know that our emotions are felt here as well, okay? Especially emotions that have to do with relationship. The healthy emotions like empathy, like compassion, like loving kindness, like joy, like love, equanimity, what we call divine emotions, but also other emotions like anger and hostility and grievances, resentments. Usually all emotions connected to the heart are in a way the emotional heart. And we know that the emotional heart, the emotional experience affects the physical activity of the heart, which these days we can measure through what is called heart rate variability. So if you're relaxed, if you're flexible, if you're resilient, then there's increased heart rate variability. If you're tense and you're angry and you're upset and you're resentful and you have lots of grievances and no flexibility whatsoever, then of course the experiences are quite different, right? So that's the emotional heart, which affects the physical heart. So if the emotional heart is in a mode of knowing that is separation, then heart rate variability goes down, no resilience. Okay, so the heart, the emotional heart, mirrors the physical heart in its activity. And then there is a spiritual heart, right? Spiritual heart is where we experience inseparability, synchronicity, non-local correlation, and we go beyond interconnectedness into what is called unity consciousness. So the spiritual heart is the oneness that we share, even emotionally, when we become beings of love. So all the organs here are connected to the heart chakra, okay? And also, we might say the thymus gland, which is responsible for immune development, is also part of this chakra in the yogic literature. So today, because we are going to talk about beauty, love, and truth, I think we should examine that relationship. Beauty, love, and truth, which frequently referred to these three entities as the Mahavakya in Sanskrit, Satyam, which means truth, Shivam, which is fundamental knowingness, truth, fundamental knowingness, Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. Sundaram means beauty. So they're all connected. They're all connected. Beauty, love, and truth. So the fourth center of awareness right here, it is moving us and allowing us through these experiences of beauty, love, and truth to enter the soul. The soul being the conscious agent, the jiva that you are, that's connected to Atman, that is connected to Brahman, which is the universe. So whenever you're moved to an intense emotion of wonder or joy or love or awe, wonderstruck, this is the chakra that is opening up. So if you're moved by a beautiful sunset, a flower, an object, you're opening the heart chakra. And the subtle sensations of touch as we feel sensations. So we call our emotions feelings. Why? Because emotions are connected to sensations. And ultimately, the sensations and the emotions and the feelings are connected to every other perception, is colored by them, whether it's taste or smell or any other experience, even sound. So when we look at some of the amazing literature around this particular center of awareness or chakra, we come across a very interesting word in Sanskrit. In Hindi it's called chamatkar. Chamatkar means spontaneous joy, spontaneous wonder, spontaneously being overwhelmed by beauty and wonder and truth and love, all combined. Okay, and these spontaneous moments of joy and truth and love and wonder actually render us for a moment totally speechless. That speechless moment is what is referred to in Sanskrit frequently as pratyabhijna. You see yourself in the object that you're looking at. So right now there are two objects here. One is the Divine Feminine, the Kinis of all kinds, the goddess of compassion, the goddess of intuition, the goddess of knowledge, the goddess of abundance, the goddess of everything that we connect with the Divine Feminine. And right now here is a statue of Krishna that is looking at both the masculine and feminine energies. But you could look at any other object. You could look at a hand, you could look at a book, you could look at the bookshelf, and if you are aware of the presence of the object, it's only because the object is imbued with your presence. You're aware of the object because the object is imbued with your presence. And what is your presence? It's awareness. The more you can imbue an object with the presence of your own being, the more beautiful it becomes. It doesn't matter what the object is. Yeah, it could be a piece of paper. It could be this. So if you're aware of this object without judgment, and you're just sensing it with feeling. With feeling. Remember, the heart chakra is sensation and feeling. So I put the presence of my love here, the presence of my awareness here, the presence of my being, the object of perception. That sensation, that feeling I get is beauty. Suddenly, this is beautiful. Anything is beautiful. Once it's imbued with presence. So any object becomes beautiful because of the presence of awareness, which is your own self, which is consciousness. When it is present in the object without evaluation or judgment, then that moment is wonderful, beautiful. But it's delightful. It's spontaneous delight. But then as soon as you say, how beautiful is that object, you've moved out of it. Because you've overshadowed the presence with the judgment. How beautiful is it? Or how maybe not beautiful it is. So there was a great teacher of Kashmir Shaivism, and his name was Abhinava Gupta. And he said beauty, wonder, love, surrender is all the presence of being in the object of perception. When you have the presence of your own being in the object of perception, that's beauty. When you have the presence of your being in another person, that's love. And in this particular understanding, beauty is not simple, mundane pettiness that we call prettiness or glamour. It is not superficial glamour or superficial aesthetics. It's looking into the heart, the essence of being and feeling of beauty, truth, love, goodness, compassion, and truth. Satyam, Shivam, Sundaram. We access beauty through feeling. And the feeling is touch, subtle touch, through all the senses. Therefore, the sensation and the feelings and the emotions linked to that with focused awareness reveals any object to be beautiful and any person to be lovable. Love is seeing yourself in another, and beauty is seeing yourself in an object. Now, of course, you can evoke this experience to what in Sanskrit is called bhava. Bhava is actually a mood, a feeling. But the feeling, of course, is entangled with sensations, perceptions, images, and thoughts. Just to imbue sensation with the feeling of love is to open the fourth center of consciousness, and with it all the motifs and themes and the archetypes that that go along with that feeling. It doesn't matter what the object is. The object could be anything. I was thinking maybe I should read you a poem about this, and I found one beautiful from Tagore, and it is about beauty. And let me read it to you. Beautiful is your wristlet, decked with stars, and cunningly wrought in myriad-colored jewels. But more beautiful to me is your sword, with its curve of lightning like the outspread wings of the divine bird of Vishnu, perfectly poised in the angry red light of the sunset. It quivers like the one last response of life in ecstasy of pain at the final stroke of death. It shines like the pure flame of being, burning up earthly sense with one fierce flash. With one fierce flash. Beautiful is your wristlet, decked with stars, and cunningly wrought in myriad-colored jewels. Even more beautiful to me is your sword with its curve of lightning, like the outspread wings of the divine bird of Vishnu, perfectly poised in the angry red light of the sunset. So everything, creation, destruction, renewal, is part of the beauty of the Bhairava Tantra as it is expressed in Kashmir Shaivism and also the great texts of Tantra. Remember, we use touch as the metaphor when we say, you touched my heart, or I looked at that object and I was touched by wonder. I heard that music and it evoked a sense of beauty and love and truth and goodness and harmony. This is what it is. This is what it is. It's the touching and the feeling and the sensation that opens the heart to abundance, to joy, to loss of fear, to the divine, to cosmic consciousness, to unity consciousness, and ultimately to enlightenment. So before we go through today's meditation, I just randomly am going to pick up a technique from the Radiant Sutras, translated by Lauren Roche, but it's based on the Vigyan Bhairav Tantra of Kashmir Shaivism, the 100+ techniques for transcendence through ultimately the experience of opening the heart, chakra. And they are called the Radiant Sutras, but you'll find them in the Vigyan Bhairava Tantra of Kashmir Shaivism, the writings of Abhinava Gupta, Lakshman Ju, and many others. Okay, this is an English translation by my friend Lauren Roche. So let me it's called the 112 Gateways to the Yoga of Wonder and Delight. So I'm going to randomly open it and just read you whatever comes here. Okay, so here we are, and I'm reading to you Insight verses 157 from the Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. And this is Lord Shiva speaking to Shakti, to the Divine Feminine. These practices are a nectar, adorable goddess, I wish to share with you. Drink from this cup whenever you are thirsty, or crave to be refreshed in the essence of life. Know that this ambrosia is available to you everywhere, for the universe is made out of it. Simply go to the intersection of flesh and spirit, breathe the tiny sparks that fly. Within this very body are many gateways to the infinite, where incarnation and immortality consummate their passion for each other. Opening the heart chakra, right? Opening the heart chakra. So, wherever you are, sit quietly. We'll do a short meditation, and just keep your eyes soft, unfocused. Let us all be engulfed in the spaciousness of awareness, the infinite consciousness in which we are all engulfed. And if you want, you can also use the mudra. There are many mudras for that. You can just put your right hand over your chest and your left hand over it. Bring your awareness to your heart. Introduce the color green. If you want, you can visualize this chakra, the Anahata chakra. That's your instrument. And now the practice. Green, awareness here, the wheel, Anahata chakra, the mantra, Yam, Yam. Should give you a yummy feeling. Yeah. Yum, Yum, Yum. Open your heart. Open the lightness of being, which is pure love, pure consciousness, and let it spread from here across the boundaries of your skin, bringing lightness of being, beauty, love, truth, and healing to all sentient beings. So that's our practice. That's our practice for today. Opening the center of awareness, our heart, so we can navigate the reality of beauty, love, and truth. Well, I'm seeing your responses, 112 gateways. Yeah, those are the 112 sutras. If you want, let me read one more before I let you go. Vigyan Bhairav Tantra. Consider all the pain and all the pleasure you have ever experienced as waves on a very deep ocean, which you are. From the depths, witness those waves, rolling along so bravely, always changing, beautiful in their self-sustaining power. Marvel that once you identified with only the surface of this ocean. Now embrace waves, depths, undersea mountains, out to the farthest shore. Expand your awareness till it touches the infinite. Okay, I think that's pretty much for today. I see that you feel your heart opening, as do I. And when we all open our hearts to each other, the world will be holy and the world will be healed. Thank you, my friends, and until tomorrow, let us keep celebrating existence and the awareness of all existence, not just our existence, the awareness of all existence. Then our humanity will be complete.